Is the Erythraean Sea really red? The Red Sea, known in history as Erythraean Sea, in Greek, meaning Erythraean, literally Red Sea, was a former maritime designation that always included the Gulf of Aden and at times other seas between Arabia Felix and the Horn of Africa. Originally an ancient Greek geography, it was used throughout Europe until the 18th–19th century. At times the name frequently extended beyond the Gulf of Aden, as in the famous 1st century Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, to include the present-day Red Sea, Persian Gulf, and Indian Ocean as a single maritime area. The Greeks themselves derived the name from an eponymous king Erythraeus, knowing that the waters so described were deep blue. Modern scholars sometimes attribute the name to the seasonal blooms of the red-hued Trichodesmium erythraeum in the Red Sea. Trichodesmium, also called sea sawdust, is a genus of filamentous cyanobacteria. They are found in nutrient-poor tropical and subtropical ocean waters, particularly around Australia and the Red Sea, where they were first described by Captain Cook. These large blooms led to widespread recognition as sea sawdust straw. In fact, the Red Sea gets most of its eponymous coloration from the corresponding pigment in Trichodesmium erythraeum. The name Erythraean Sea has been or is still used for the following places, in the opening sentences of Herodotus' history, written in the 5th century BC, he refers to the Phoenicians having come originally from the Erythraean Sea. In the Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, written in the 1st century AD, as well as in some ancient maps, the name of the sea refers to the whole area of the northwestern Indian Ocean, including the Arabian Sea. In centuries past, the name Erythraean Sea was applied by cartographers to the NW part of the Indian Ocean, mainly the area around Socotra, between Cape Guardafui and the coast of Hadramaut. This appellation has now become obsolete and the name Gulf of Aden is used, although for a smaller area. In maps where the NW Indian Ocean is named thus, the Red Sea appears as Arabian Gulf. The name Erythraean Sea was used as well to refer to some gulfs attached to the Indian Ocean, specifically, the Persian Gulf, as a name for the Red Sea, especially after the 19th century. The modern country of Erythraea was named after this ancient Greek name. Since 1895, the name has also been applied to a large dusky region on the surface of planet Mars, known as Mare Erythraeum. The Erythraean Sea also has a religious significance. As it is narrated in the Holy Bible, after the plagues of Egypt, the Pharaoh agrees to let the Israelites go, and they travel from Ramesses to Succoth and then to Etham on the edge of the desert, led by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. There God tells Moses to turn back and camp by the Sea of Pi-Hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, directly opposite Baal-Zephon. God causes the Pharaoh to pursue the Israelites with chariots, and the Pharaoh overtakes them at Pi-Hahiroth. When the Israelites see the Egyptian army they are afraid, but the pillar of fire and the cloud separates the Israelites and the Egyptians. At God's command, Moses held his staff out over the water, and throughout the night a strong east wind divided the sea, and the Israelites walked through on dry land with a wall of water on either side. The Egyptians pursued them, but at daybreak God clogged their chariot wheels and threw them into a panic, and with the return of the water, the Pharaoh and his entire army are destroyed. When the Israelites saw the power of God, they put their faith in God and in Moses, and sang a song of praise to the Lord for the crossing of the sea and the destruction of their enemies. This song, at Exodus 15, is called the Song of the Sea. In conclusion, the Erythraean Sea is full of history yet to be told. Thank you for watching. Visit my channel Ancient Ethiopia for more fascinating, olden African histories. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Melkamkan.